What's up, you guys? Welcome back. Today I did a very old school vibe video for me. It was very rainy and gloomy today, and it's been like 100 degrees for like the last couple of weeks, so this was kind of refreshing. And I used to do these like rainy day slay videos, and I would just do like a fun makeup look depending on like what I was doing that day. I don't know. So I was kind of inspired to do that today. I'm in the middle of cleaning out my makeup collection, and I thought, you know what? Let me use some of the old school products that I haven't used in years, vibe off this weather, and create a cool tone makeup look. So that's exactly what I did. This is the look that I came up with. It's very nostalgic, and I love this. I'm totally gonna wear this again because it just makes me feel like all that in a bag of chips. I used a ton of old school MAC products that you probably haven't seen in years, and I just had a lot of fun doing my makeup and hanging out. So I hope you guys like this video. Please subscribe, and let's just jump right into it. I've got my coffee here. I'm ready to go. I want to say thank you so much for everybody's comments on my last makeup video. I have read every single one, and I was not expecting such a response. I don't exactly know what I was expecting. I don't think I even really thought of it. I kind of just wanted to get everything off my chest. So I just want to say thank you so much for everybody that left a comment. Almost everybody that said something left like a paragraph, and it really meant a lot to me that you guys took the time to even write out like how you're feeling too. So I just want to say thank you. It really means a lot to me, and I'm just really excited. I just feel like we've opened up a new chapter, at least I have, and it just feels good. So just wanted to say that before we got into everything. I'm gonna use this Refer hydration cream. It's technically a moisturizer. I found out about this from my friend Amanda. Refer is such a good brand. I love all of their brushes and some of their other tools that they have. So, but yeah, she told me about this because, it's cold. She told me about this because it really works well as a primer, and I didn't believe her because I have more oily skin, and I just thought that a moisturizer as a primer just wasn't gonna work for me, but it does. And it's like, instead of using my moisturizer in the morning, like if I know I'm gonna be doing my makeup, I'll skip that moisturizer and just use this, because then it's like dual purpose and I'm not applying another product. So far so good. Okay, so this is a new product, and I'm really excited about it. So I'm gonna kind of sound like a hypocrite, but that's fine. I've been getting more into learning about products that are toxic, which is everything I use basically. Now I'm never gonna never say never, but because I'm more interested in it, I'm trying to just make more conscious decisions and just, incorporate more makeup that doesn't include 5 million chemicals that are harmful. I'm still going to use those other products that have all that, but with that being said, I wanted to try out this, and turns out that I love it. This is the Honest Beauty CCC Clean Corrective with Vitamin C Tinted Moisturizer in the color Dune. So I got this. It's just a really nice like tinted moisturizer, and I believe all of Honest Beauty is EWG certified. So I just started getting into this recently, and I'm still gonna use all my other makeup, but I'm just starting to think about these things. So I'm gonna do one pump on the back of my hand, pick it up with my Fox 4 brush, and just start applying it on the skin. The other day that I used this, I actually just applied it with my fingers, and it was fine. It's actually, like, for a tinted moisturizer, it's got some pretty decent coverage, but I really liked the finish. It's nothing like crazy. It's not gonna give you like anything just like revolutionary on your skin, but that's like what I'm looking for a lot of the time. Like for an everyday sort of product, I want something that just like looks like my skin. I've been really loving this, and in conjunction with that like moisturizer, it seems to work really nicely now. And see, like that's where I'm like, oh, I'm gonna sound like a hypocrite because I'm sure that moisturizer doesn't have like the best ingredients. So I don't know, just some things I'm thinking about starting to incorporate into my life, I guess. Bring this down the neck. I think this whole thing kind of started with sunscreen, because sunscreen is so bad for you. You have to be very careful about which sunscreen you use and what ingredients they have. So like this has sunscreen, but it has zinc oxide in it, which is better than like oxybenzone and avobenzone. So now for concealer, I'm going to be using the Catrice True Skin Concealer. I used this the other day and totally forgot how much I loved this, and I've used it ever since. This is in the color 20 Beige Warm. Might be a little dark for me right now because my tan is fading, but I am going to make it work. And I'm going to use an FO3 from Sigma just to blend this in. I hired a nutritionist again. I've worked with Working Against Gravity a few times actually, and every time that I've worked with them, I feel like I've just felt like my best self. I feel like when I'm talking with someone about food, I think because just like for my whole life, I've had a really bad relationship with food, with like emotional eating, binge eating. I have a lot of gut issues and sensitivities. And so just kind of working through that and talking with someone has always helped me. And I've overcome most of those issues, but I have noticed kind of like what I talked on, I have noticed like with what I was talking about with you guys in the last makeup video that I posted, all of that was causing so much stress, and I just swear my body just like physically that stress showed up. Because even though I've been eating healthy and working out and taking care of myself consistently for like a really long time, that's how it showed up for me. So I just wanted just to hire them again, guide me, because I've got some new goals. I have a fresh mindset, all of that to say. I posted on Instagram asking if you guys would like just more food videos and stuff. I specifically do keto. I have some gut issues, so that's what works best for me. And a lot of you guys have had questions, so I was like, do you guys want more content on that? And everyone said yes. So I think I'm going to start just like kind of documenting the process, especially working with a professional. Okay, I forgot cream bronzer, but I do have these new ones from Jaclyn Cosmetics that I want to try. So I think maybe I will skip the cream bronzer and just do these and see what happens. But I do have some cream blush that I want to use, so I think I'll just do the cream blush after doing the powder bronzer. But next I'm going to use the Laura Mercier translucent setting powder, my go-to, with this little poofy poof, and set my face. These are from Amazon, by the way. Apparently it like blew up on TikTok because once I talked about these, everyone was like, oh yeah, it's like a TikTok thing. Of course it is. So I'm gonna take this here and just whoop, whoop. I feel like this technique seriously sets my makeup, just makes it so that it lasts so much longer. Something about this poof, it's amazing. All right, I am all set. I'm gonna go into one of these Jaclyn Cosmetics bronzers. We've got Skinny Dip and Vitamin D. Let's see what these look like. I already know I wanna do this one. It's got a little bit more red in it. So I'm gonna try this. This is Skinny Dip from Jaclyn Cosmetics. They smell good. I was not expecting that. What does that smell? Vanilla. Like it smells like a vanilla coconut. Ooh, this is nice. I'm gonna use the Charlotte Tilbury bronzer brush. It's a very beautiful color. Blending really nicely. It's interesting because you never know when something is gonna be very pigmented or not so pigmented. And I think the pigmentation is all preference. Like this is definitely a more natural coverage bronzer, so you can go in a few times and really build it up. But I don't think I prefer one over the other, but with something that's really pigmented, you just have to be careful not to go in with a heavy hand, especially like if you're just starting out in makeup or something that's more sheer like this is easier to use because it's easier to not make a mistake, and you can always just build up the product instead of like going in with and having like a straight up orange stripe on your skin or something. So far I'm like loving the way that looks. I think it's really natural for my skin tone. You guys, don't kill me. I am so ready for fall. Okay, I'm not ready for fall. I'm just getting excited for the look ideas and the fall feel. I'm thoroughly enjoying summer. Don't come for me, because trust me, I have wanted it to be summer since January, But you know what it is? I love the month of May all the way to the end of the year. I even enjoy winter. I could probably even tack on January to that. I enjoy winter. I enjoy all the seasons. The problem is we don't get a spring here. Our springs are just like, we'll have like a nice day, but then it'll snow and be freezing. So I don't really enjoy our spring. And I would enjoy spring if it was like a normal, what spring is supposed to be. So it just feels like I'm constantly waiting for it to get nice and warm outside like it is right now. But I do get excited for fall because it's just like my favorite time of year. You guys already know, I like literally come alive during that time. And once like the 4th of July passes, I'm just like on fall mode, ready for the everything about it. But then I was just thinking yesterday, because I was like thinking about different like look ideas and just feeling inspired because fall really inspires me. And I was like, why do I love it so much? Because then like right after it's winter, which never goes away. And that's when I like go into my little hermit shell. So I don't know. It's just funny. It's not funny. It's actually kind of sucks, but I don't know. I was just thinking about that. But yes, I am. Don't worry, I'm not like doing fall shit right now. Don't get your panties in a bunch. I posted about how I was excited for fall looks and someone was like, no, not yet. I was like, you make me want to do one right now, actually. You do. Okay, like I really, really like this. I feel like that gave me really nice color on my skin, especially because I am more fair right now because my tan is like fading. I don't know, I think this color worked really well on my skin tone. I came across this when I was cleaning out my makeup collection. I'm so excited to use this again. It's the Anastasia contour kit. Do you guys remember this? It was all the rage. I don't know if they still sell it. Let me find out. They do. I'm so excited. They still sell this, but this was just like one of the first contour kits that came out that just like really blew up. I do have the light to medium one. I remember having this and like just going right through it. And this must be like a newer one or something because it looks like barely touched. So I'm gonna use this today to contour with and I'm really excited. I wanna mix this one and this one together, I think. Yes. And let's see, I just wanna keep it back here. It's been so long since I've used this, like I don't remember what the colors even look like. Ooh, they're still good though. Just flicking it upwards. I'm using a Smith 112, I think. Yes. I'm gonna go up here, just a little on the sides, just to make sure the color is nice and balanced. And then the jawline. This is like my favorite area to contour. I just want like a shelf. Give me a shelf. I'm gonna use my JD Wady 180 brush and take the center shade and contour my nose. I'm not mixing this with the other ones just because for whatever reason on my nose, I just like it to be straight up cool toned, not too much warmth. I want it to be a little bit more subtle, especially because I can tend to go overboard with my nose contour. So if I try to just use a lighter hand and use less product, then it can help me not to straight up add stripes on my nose. I'm just like really vibing with this weather today. It's straight up gray outside, which is weird. I usually hate that, but we've had really nice, hot, warm weather, like high 90s, almost 100 degrees for a few weeks. So the flowers are gonna love it. Y'all are gonna see me using this contour kit more. It's like really nice. It's just soft, you know? I think too, setting my face with that little powder poof kind of like made it so all of the other products are just laying on really nice and soft. I'm gonna take this around the lips. I love contouring my lips with powder before doing like any lip liner or anything. Looks kind of crazy right now, but when you blend it out, it just gives like a nice immediate shadow. Like right now it looks like I got on like lip liner or something, but trust me, when you blend it out, it looks like just really plump. A little blend, plump. I'm gonna go back in with the powder and the poof just to clean up the nose a little bit. Lightning and the thunder, the thunder. I added the powder to clean everything up. And now I'm just gonna brush it away. Okay, that's intense. I'm gonna grab my brush, my contour brush, just to soften that line because like the poof with the powder just gives me straight up like powder intensity, and yeah, that line just like never wants to leave. So moving on, finally, I have some new cream blushes that I want to use. They're from Honest Beauty. So I have, oh, it's cheek and lip color. So I've got Coral Peach, this color here. I have used this one before. It's stunning. And then I've got this one. This is Plum Berry. And I think I want to use Plum Berry. I might mix them together. We will see what happens. And I want to use the Hollywood complexion brush from Charlotte Tilbury because it's teeny tiny. I saw Amanda use this when she did my makeup, and it's just like boop, so small, so you can be very detailed with your blush. So I'm going to start with the Plum Berry. I feel like it's going to be perfect for this look. And I'm just going to start stippling this. I'm holding far back on my brush just in case it went on really pigmented. I didn't want like too much color payoff right off the bat. So when you pull back on your brush, make sure that you don't apply too much product. So I'm just going in little circles here, stippling it. I'm not like rubbing it around. I'm just pushing it into my skin. I love that. I don't even think I need the coral color. Sometimes when I go in with a more cool toned blush, I feel a little much. And so I always try to like warm it up a little bit with like a warmer blush, but this was perfect. It's fine. I really like it. I might go in with more at the end depending on how it wears, but so far so good. So I have some different highlighters that I want to try. I've got some from Sigma, but I think because I used the Jaclyn bronzers, I want to kind of stick with that theme. So I've got two different highlighters from Jaclyn Cosmetics that I want to try. So I've got Star Power, this one, and then I have Skylight, which is this one. This one looks a little bit more neutral. This looks almost a little rosier. So I think I'm gonna go in with this one, which is Skylight. So I'm gonna start actually on my nose just to see the color. So I'm picking it up with a 239 brush from MAC, popping it on my nose, bringing it down the center, and then doing the Cupid's bow. And then I'm picking it up on a Fox 5 brush, and I'm gonna do the cheekbones. I'm surprised. So when I swatched these, they were really intense, and I was like, ugh, I don't know if I'm gonna like these because I'm just more of a natural highlight type of bitch right now. And when you apply these with a brush, it's so much different. They're going on so soft in the best way possible. It's not like you're putting it on soft. It's not like you're putting it on and it's going on soft like you can't see it. It's going on like a kiss of beautifulness that you want. Do you see that? Like, yes, that's what we're looking for. Love it. And I'm like getting in there, getting it on, and then, and it's just giving me such a nice, beautiful, soft glow. I'm impressed. Just stunning. I love that. That's so natural, but still like packs a punch. I'm still glowing and radiant, but like I don't look like beaming like frosty highlights used to be. Love these. Love both of these bronzers. Love the bronzer and the highlighter that she came out with. Love it. They're good. I think we can zoom in. I'm really loving the face products and how everything worked together. This freaking contour kit, I'm so excited. Okay. Oh. Brows. Okay, I wanna try a new brow product. This is a new brow product, or they just sent it to me. I don't know if it's like a new product, but I think it is. It's from The Balm, and it's called Ferocious Brow Pencil. It's in the color light brown. I think this one's gonna work really nicely. It's got a tiny little brush. You know how I feel about that. Love it, love it, love it. So we are gonna do some brows today. I'm gonna be quiet for a second, fill these in so I don't mess up. I'm loving this already. It's like, it's so pigmented and it's the perfect color. It's not too cool toned, it's not too warm, it's the right deepness. This is making this very easy to create the brows that I want. I'm gonna prime with Painter Elite Paint Pot from MAC. This is my favorite eyeshadow primer. I'm just picking it up on a brush here, and popping it on my eyeballs. This primer is actually pretty dry, but I'm kind of liking it. It's not going on like too moist. Set with a little powder, and it's time for eyeshadow. I'm so excited. So This isn't gonna be like an easy look to recreate with the exact products. I used to do this all the time where I just use random shadows and random products, and it got difficult for people to recreate because well, here's the thing. If you ever see a look that you like and you're inspired to recreate, you can recreate it with literally any products, but I think that people feel inclined to, I think people just want to use the exact same product. So when I'm bouncing around from like 500 different things, it's not realistic for you to recreate it in that way. But I don't care anymore. Just, I encourage you to get creative with the products that you have, use what you have. And if I'm using something that you either can't get anymore or you currently just don't have in your collection, you don't feel like going out and getting it, like just use what you have. And that's where like the creativity brews, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna be using a lot of single eyeshadows that you can buy separately, a lot of MAC single shadows, and I really wanna do like a very cool toned, but like a not grungy, but just like almost like a dirty purple, gray, cool toned vibe. Very rainy day sleigh. So I'm really excited. What inspired this idea was this shadow that I came across when I was decluttering my makeup collection. This is MAC Moth. You guys, look at this. It's stunning. A stunning classic shadow. So that's been the inspiration behind whatever look I come up with today. So I am going to start with the color Omega. Goodness sake. With the color Omega from MAC. This is actually, I bought this originally because I saw someone use it in their brows. So I am going to start this off with a big old 237 from Smith and start popping this in my crease. This is a very cool toned brown, but it's also very light underneath as well. And I think I kind of want to do like more of a spotlight eye. And we're really creasing. Hold on. I want to do like a spotlight eye, which I haven't done in so long. So I'm going to bring this on the inner lid as well. I hope they still freaking make this. If not, any sort of like light gray brown will do. Oh, she got heavy-handed on that one. Okay, so I've just built that up and layered it. So I've got a nice smoky crease. Make sure I get the inner corner on this one, or inner lid, whatever. And now I've got like a nice neutral, kind of cool toned base for everything else. This is MAC Foley. Oh, this feels so weird, like using all of these old school products. I love it. This is Foley. It's a nice, like rich, like plummy brown. I'm just gonna use a tiny little Wayne Goss brush. It's a number 20. I'm placing this, I'm starting on the outer corner and kind of flicking it up and making this like V shape. A little bit here. You can see when I'm using, just trying to access the outer corner, I'm tilting my head this way, and then on the inner corner, I'm tilting it the other way, because then it kind of just like opens up that part of the eye. So you can really get in there with your products without making your eyes water. I'm grabbing like a fluffy but flat brush. This is a 235 from Smith. It's fluffy, but you can see it gets skinny here. It's like a flatter like paddle brush. That way I can kind of get into this crease without bringing the color up too high and just soften it a little bit. Next, I'm gonna go into MAC Blackberry, this one here. It's kind of like a cool toned purple, very like eggplanty. I'm gonna use that same Wayne Goss brush. I'm really enjoying this because it's like, makeup has just changed so much, and MAC was one of the like first like revolutionary brands to ever do anything remotely close to how makeup is now, and just feeling the textures of these shadows, and just like they're so much different than what you can expect now. Most shadows now, they just go for like that ultra pigment and ultra creaminess, because I think most people would prefer that, but these are definitely drier and definitely not as pigmented, but they're buildable. So they're so easy to use. I go in with Sketch from MAC. This actually has a little bit of a shimmer to it. I'm using that same brush. Just popping this on the outer corner. This is the deepest shades, so a little bit more precise with my placement. I think I'm gonna go into Moth now. This is one of their pressed pigment eyeshadows. If you're familiar with like any of the like Dose of Colors ones that they came out with like this, it's very similar. I don't actually think you can get those Dose ones anymore, but just beautiful. So I'm gonna pick this up on my finger. Looks like this. It's like silvery but purple at the same time. You could also put down like a tacky base. Maybe I should do that. Just keeping it right on the center so then when you open your eye, it's right above the iris. So beautiful. I hope you can still buy this shade. If not, I'm sure there's something exactly like it if they don't have it anymore. Like this just looks like a galaxy, right? Or like a rainstorm, just Now I'm gonna go into Soft Brown from MAC. Halo this very lightly just to add a little bit of warmth back into the eye. I'm gonna use a little bit of face highlighter. This is Nylon from MAC. She's gorgeous. Just a little bit. It's like a nice vanilla shade. It's not too icy. Really pop that area. I'm going to add a little bit of liner to the top. I don't want anything too crazy. I just kind of want to line the base. So I'm going in with the L'Oreal Flash Cat Eye liner and very close to the lash line, I'm just going to create a very skinny line. Then I'm gonna grab a black pencil, wiggle this up into the upper lashes. You've got this like sandwich effect happening with the liner, so it really makes that lash line look thick. I think I am going to grab a Fox 3 brush and I'm gonna take Blackberry. I'm gonna bring this on the bottom lash line. I'm putting my chin down and looking up into my mirror so I can access this. Bring this on the lower. This freaking Blackberry shade, I forgot about it. This used to be my jam. A soft brown action, yes. I don't want to add some Costa Riche into the liner, into the lower lash line. I know that's kind of a random choice because it's a rich brown, but it pulls red and I just think it's a good choice. This is Costa Riche. Amazing MAC eyeliner pencil. I don't want a purple and I don't want a black. It's like you can't tell it's brown, but it like, ooh, ooh. And then for mascara, I'm gonna go into the L'Oreal Lash Paradise mascara. I think I'm gonna use these Ardell Naked Lashes in the 421 style. I pulled out some more dramatic lashes, but I think something a little bit more subtle will look really pretty with this. I think I want to use Oak from MAC. It's a classic neutral brown lip pencil. Line and overline with this. And then I'm gonna feather it in. And now for lipstick, I wanted to try one of these new ones from the Anastasia lipsticks. Ooh. 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 I think I'm gonna try this one. It's called Haze. It's a satin. It looks very, very light. So I'm gonna be very light-handed with this and just, yeah. Much better. I'm adding in Praline, which is a little rosier and a little darker. Much better. Okay, I think I want to add a little bit of gloss and I'm gonna add a different blush on top of this just because this color is really beautiful, but I have one in mind that I think is gonna just kind of tie everything together, so I'll do that too. I want to add a little bit of gloss. This is the Jaclyn Cosmetics Bubble Drip Lip Oil. I think she just launched these and they're very nice. I am not a gloss girl. I don't like lip gloss, especially I just don't like anything sticky, but this, it's really nice. So I actually wipe off like basically all of it. I'm just gonna dab it on here. Actually, like you just need a teeny tiny bit. I am going to grab NARS Angelica blush. This is kind of random, but it reminds me of that Dior blush that is kind of going somewhat viral, I guess, on TikTok. This is so old school. I have this in pan form from when I worked retail, but yeah, this is what it looks like. It's like a bubblegum pink color. I don't know if they still sell this, but I think just a little bit of this just kissed on the cheeks would look so pretty. So I'm gonna pick this up and just doop, 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 doop. Okay, and then I'm going to set all of this with the Morphe setting spray. This is pretty much the only setting spray that I truly am like, yeah, love it. Okay, that blush is really intense, but it will tone down. Okay, you guys. So this is the final makeup look. I am really happy with how everything turned out. The eyes are just so much fun. This is just very classic, old school, like MAC vibes. I mean, I used a ton of MAC products. I didn't even plan to, but it screams, I don't know, just like old school to me. I love the look, I love the colors, I love the techniques. I just loved and had so much fun using all of the different products that I used. I can't wait to just continue finishing out cleaning all this makeup. It's fun to come across products that I haven't used in so long, and some of that stuff I have to toss because it's either expired or like I just don't really use it, but some stuff has just like so many memories attached to it and just such good feelings. So it's just been a lot of fun, and I feel like this Moth eyeshadow specifically and the rest of the MAC shadows that I used in this kind of gave me that vibe and that feeling. Also the random like Angelica blush that I added in at the end, and the contour kit from Anastasia. Just very fun, old school vibes, and that's kind of just like, I don't know, that's just like what I'm into right now and is making me really happy. So I hope you like this video. It was very nostalgic for me, and like just the gloomy rainy day and like the rainy day makeup vibes. It's just, I love it. So I hope you love it too. Thank you for hanging out with me today. If you end up recreating this, please tag me on Instagram. I have it linked up at the top as well as down below, so you can check out my Instagram if you aren't following me there already. And yeah, I hope you guys liked this look. I hope you liked the video. Please subscribe, and I will see you in the next one.